WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game, was first released on the arcade in 1995 and was later ported to the home systems, which were released on Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, 32X, DOS, Super Nintendo, and finally the PlayStation. WrestleMania was developed by Midway and Sculpture Software and was published by Midway and Acclaim. The gameplay of WrestleMania is not like the average wrestling game. WrestleMania is a cartoonish and over-the-top fighting game. The gameplay was inspired by Mortal Kombat, another popular fighting game that was also developed by Midway. The game borrows some similarities from Mortal Kombat, such as the character being digitized, being able to uppercut opponents into the air, having best of 2 out of 3 falls, and you can also achieve a perfect victory if you win without getting hurt. The roster consists of 8 WWF superstars, which are Bam Bam Bigelow, Doink the Clown, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Lex Luger, Bret Hart, Razor Ramon, and Yokozuna. Each character have a unique move based on their personalities, such as The Undertaker having the ability to throw invisible ghosts to attack his opponent, and using the tombstone as a share. Meanwhile, Doink the Clown has the ability to punch opponents with a big mitten, use a big hammer, and a joy buzzer to shock the opponent. But the most interesting thing is they added humor to the game. Instead of blood, each character releases items based on their personality. For example, when hitting The Undertaker, he drops skulls and bones, whereas Bret Hart releases hearts and glasses similar to the one he uses when entering the ring. Another feature is a commentary by Vince McMahon and Jerry the King Lawler. Not only does the commentary help the game feel real, but the crowd in the background also helps add to the realism. It feels as if you're watching a real match and the audience will react based on the moves that you use to attack. So if you or your opponent throws a dirty move, the audience will boo, whereas if you take a high risk move such as jumping from the top rope, the audience will cheer. The game has 2 single player campaigns, the Intercontinental Championship and the World Wrestling Federation Championship. The Intercontinental Championship consists of 7 matches. The first 4 are on 1-on-1 matches, while match 5 and 6 are 2 versus 1 matches, and match 7 is a 3-on-1 match. The World Wrestling Federation Championship also consists of 7 matches, but this one starts you off with a 2-on-1 match. Match 6 and 7 you fight 3-on-1 match, and match 7 is the WrestleMania Challenge, in which you fight the entire roster. It feels similar to the Royal Rumble, but instead of throwing your opponents over the top rope, you just have to defeat them. The WrestleMania Challenge is the highlight of the entire game, as it challenges you to do a different type of match. Another feature is the multiplayer, where you and a second player can fight in a 1-on-1 match against each other, or you can both challenge the Tag Team Championship in the WrestleMania Challenge, where both players fight the entire roster. The music of the game consists of 9 songs, 8 of which are the theme songs of the wrestlers. You can hear their theme songs play whenever the character wins a match. You can also hear their theme songs in the background of the character selection screen. The last song is the theme song of WrestleMania 10, and it is heard in the opening scene when you power on the game. The reception for WWF WrestleMania was rather well, with critics giving the game average to positive review. GamePro was quoted as saying, "Lose the basketball from NBA Jam, take away the blood from Mortal Kombat, throw in some famous wrestlers, and you have WWF WrestleMania, one of the most addictive arcade games to date." After the success of WrestleMania the arcade game, Sculpture Software and Acclaim produced a sequel called WWF In Your House, which received mediocre reviews, so the company decided not to produce another game. But this isn't the last time audience and fans experience a cartoonish and over-the-top wrestling game. In 2011, THQ published WWE All-Stars, and due to the positive feedback, they later decided to create another game called WWE Brawl. But due to the bankruptcy of THQ, the game was never released. You can still find a wrestling game that doesn't take itself too seriously, which is WWE Immortals, available for Android and iOS. It was published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment and developed by NetherRealm Studios, the same people who brought us Mortal Kombat in 2011.
That's it for this episode of Game Overview. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to the Game Rangers for more videos.